Hello, welcome to our Game Center website. Here you can enjoy two fun and classic games, Tic-Tac-Toe and Breakout. When you first open the site, you see a clean, colorful homepage with two games cards. Each card tells you the name of the game and a short description of what to expect. For example, Tic-Tac-Toe is a classic X's and O's game, and Breakout is a fun breaking challenge. To start playing, simply click the Let's Play button on the game you want. If you choose Tic-Tac-Toe, you will be taken to a page where you can either play against another player or challenge the computer. You can select the mode easily and start the game. If we select play with another player mode, two players take turns marking spaces in a 3x3 grid using X's and O's. The goal is to be the first to get three of your marks in a row, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. The interface shows a simple grid with 9 squares. Each square is clickable, allowing players to place their X or O on their turns. The game updates in real time, showing whose turn it is and highlighting when someone wins or if the game ends in a draw. It's easy to understand and fun to play for all ages. After the game ends, whether someone wins or the game is a draw, a message appears to let you know the result. At this point, two buttons are shown, one to restart the game and another one to take you back to the home page. If you pick Breakout, you will see a canvas where the game runs. You control the battle using the left and right keys to, to bounce the ball and break all breaks. The game keeps track of your score, and once the game is over, whether you win or lose, it lets you restart or go back to the homepage. The website is designed to be simple, so even if you are new to these games, you will find it easy and fun to play. After showing how the website looks to users, now we will explain how it works in the background, including its code and how each part functions. I will start with Tic-Tac-Toe game because I developed it first, and I will start to show and explain a JavaScript file for this game, and it's like the JavaScript file. It's like a logic of the Tic-Tac-Toe game. Tic-Tac-Toe class. This is the main class that runs the whole game. Constructor runs when the game starts and checks the game mode, computer or another person from the URL and creates a board which means the grid of 9 cells and creates two players, human players or a computer player, and creates a game manager to control whose turn it is. Then starts the game by calling restart game function. Restart game function clears the board and sets game over to false, which means the game is not finished yet, and sets the first player to X to play, and removes any old restart or close buttons when the game restarts. That is at the beginning of new game. Shows the title XO game at the top. And if it's the computer's turn, it's wait 500 milliseconds, then makes a move. Handle click function. Called when the player clicks on a square, uh, and if the square is already filled, the game is over, or it's the computer's turn, then it does nothing. Otherwise, tells it lets the current player make a move. Make move function marks the square with the current player's symbol X or O, updates the screen, sets the symbol in the clicked cell, and calls post move function to check if someone won or if it's a draw. Post move function checks if there is a winner, shows a message like X wins, and ends the game. If the board is full, its mean draw shows draw. If no winner or draw, switches to the other player and updates the title. Title here means the message at the top of the game that shows the status, like whose turn it is or who won. If it's the computer's turn, computer play after 500 millisecond. Update title function updates the top title of the page. If the message is given like X wins, it shows it. If not, it shows the symbol of the current player. Shows restart button function. This function is called when the game ends, either with a win or a draw, to allow the user to choose what to do next. It dynamically creates and displays two control buttons: restart game and close game. And here restart game restarts the game, and the close game button takes you to home page, which will I show you later. Remove buttons function removes all restart and close buttons when a new game starts, ensuring a clean user interface. Board class represents the 3x3 game board, and its constructor makes an array of 9 cells, all sets to null, and sets the text of each square to empty, and adds a click listener to each square to call the handle click function from the game object, passing in the square's index. And reset board clear the cells array and screen display. Check winner function checks all winning combinations, rows, columns, and diagonals. If any three cells have the same symbol and are not null, someone wins. Player class, a base class for all players. Its constructor stores the play's symbol, X or O, and make move function is empty function. It's meant to be overridden by subclasses. Human player class inherits from player, and its function make move. When a human clicks a square, this function is called. It tells the game to make the move at that index. And computer player class inherits from player also, and make move function chooses a random empty cell and makes a move in that cell. Game manager class. Its constructor stores both players and sets the current player. And the switch player function switches between player 1 and player 2. Is computer turn function checks if the current player is a computer player. And finally, the last line creates a new instance of Tic-Tac-Toe class and immediately starts the game setup. And now we will explain game mode selection page, which is a HTML file, is landing page that lets the player choose between playing with another human or playing against the computer. And here we use the title tag to set the page title shown in the browser tab, and the title is choose the mode. And heading Tic-Tac-Toe game displays a large red heading using H1 tag and font tag. And we also have two buttons, player with another player, which takes the user to index .html, which open the game board and start a two-player game, human with human, because no computer mode is specified in the URL. And another button is play against the computer. When the button is clicked, it opens the game page index.html and tells the game to use computer mode. Some styles in HTML are written directly inside the tags using the style attribute. This is called inline CSS. We use them in here. Background color is set like this. This gives the page a light blue background. And buttons also use inline style. This sets the button's background to green and text to white. Because of time, I will explain briefly and faster. Here, index.html, its function provides the structure and layout for the Tic-Tac-Toe game interface, where users see and interact with the game board. I load styles from style.css file here, and I load main Java for game logic here. Style.css file for Tic-Tac-Toe game. Its function, this file makes the Tic-Tac-Toe game looks nice. It controls the color, size, fonts, and layout of the board and buttons, so the game is easy to see and play. Now we will start to explain the second game, Breakout game. We will start with its JavaScript code. This file contains the full logic for how the Breakout game works. Key parts of the code: ball class draws the purple ball and updates its movement, and the ball bounces off walls, bubble, and bricks, and it changes direction when it hits something. 2. Bubble class: an orange rectangle that the player controls with arrow left and arrow right keys, and the arrow down key makes it span the whole canvas wide and cannot move outside the canvas. 3. Break class: each break is yellow and arranged in rows and columns. When the ball hits a break, the break disappears and the score decreases by 10. 4. Main game loop: clears the screen and updates positions, checks collisions, redraw elements, and checks win-lose conditions. And runs continuously using request animation frame. 5. Win and lose logic: if the user wins, all breaks are removed and shows a message with score, and if the user loses, ball touches the button and shows game over message. 6. Game controls: key down and key up event, listeners move the bubble, and the special sheet to expand the bubble with the down arrow, and clicking restart button restarts the game position, score, and breaks, and clicking go to home button takes the player to home.html, its main homepage. 7. Helper functions: restart game function puts everything back to starting state, and show game over model function displays the message and shows the model. And finally, the hide game over model function hides the model when restarting Now we will explain the HTML file for Breakout game, which is the main structure of Breakout game web page. It includes a score display at the top, score equal to 0, shown in h3 tag, and it's also include a canvas element where the game objects, ball, battle, and bricks are drawn using JavaScript, and 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 include a hidden div tag called game over model, which appears when the game ends. It contains a message that says whether you won or lost, and two buttons: restart game, reloads the game, and go to home page button redirects to home.html, and it also links to a CSS file, uh, which is breakout.css for styling, and a Java file, breakout.js, that handle the game logic, and we explained it previously. Now we will start to explain CSS file for Breakout game. The body selector centers everything on the screen, both vertically and horizontally, uses full screen height, and arranges elements in a column. And canvas uh, adds a black border around the game area to make it visible. And model class styles the pop-up message shown at the end of the game. It appears in the center of the screen with a white background, black border, padding inside, and a shadow. It also appears above all other elements. And hidden class hides the element it's applied to, usually use it to hide the model when it's not needed. And finally, button adds spacing, larger readable text, and changes the cursor to a pointer when hovered, making it clear that button is clickable. Now I will explain home.html for homepage, which is the main page of the game center. It displays two game options, and I will explain quickly and briefly because the video has become very long. Home.html displays the main menu with two game options. Each game card has a title, description, and a button that links the game page. And stylehome.css styles the home page with purple gradient background and centered layout, interactive game cards, and styled let's play buttons.